The cycles of highs and lows in the stock market are like the seasons of the year. Inevitable, predictable for those who understand the climate, and fatal for those who insist on going out in a t-shirt in the middle of a snowstorm. The problem is that most Brazilian investors have the memory of a goldfish. When the market is going up, they think it will rise forever. When it's falling, they swear the world has ended. In a bull market, everyone turns into a genius. In a bear market, everyone becomes a philosopher of disaster. And so it goes, buying euphorically at the top and selling in a panic at the bottom. It's a perfect choreography by those who never understood that the market doesn't care about your feelings. It only rewards those who have a method. The bull market is that magical moment when everything seems to go right. The headlines scream, historic record. Friends turn into experts and the WhatsApp group becomes an investment consultancy. It's the euphoric phase, where even those who don't know what a balance sheet is start giving stock tips. And then comes the bear market, the hungry bear that shows up to clear the table. Suddenly, the same people who used to say, now it's going to happen, disappear. The blame is always on someone else. The government, the war, the central bank, Mercury in retrograde, anything but their own ignorance. But it's precisely in the cold of the bear market that the millionaires of the next bull market begin to emerge. While amateurs run away in fear, true investors are buying good companies at a discount. They understand that downturns are the market's Black Friday, but the average Brazilian prefers to pay full price when it's crowded and run away when it's empty. The bear market is a test of patience which the bull market will reward, and the bull market is the reward that the bear market prepared for those who held on tight. It's an eternal cycle. It rises, it falls, it is reborn, and every time this happens, a new wave of panicked people hands their money over to the patient ones. But what's most curious is that the stock market cycle is just like the cycle of life. Those who try to rush through the phases lose the meaning of the process. Profit comes to those who understand the timing of things. The stock market isn't a casino, it's a garden. The problem is that while some are watering the seeds, others are shouting that the ground has dried up. But the smart investor doesn't panic. He knows that the harvest comes after the winter. If you still feel fear when the market falls and euphoria when it rises, it's because you're still playing the headlines game, not the wealth building game. Learning to understand these cycles is what separates those who survive from those who go broke. Because in the end, there's no such thing as a bad market, only unprepared investors. And if you want to stop being a hostage to the cycles and start using each one to your advantage, there is a way. It's the same path that turned the curious into investors and investors into millionaires. The course, How to Get Rich in the Stock Market, doesn't talk about theory. It talks about strategy, so you can understand the cycle, ride the bull market, profit in the bear market, and above all, never depend on luck again.